which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings, 1 hour with the beast. So this is talking about NATO, okay, out there in the EU, because right here, Revelation chapter 17, verse 12, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings. See, they're not just 10 horns, they're 10 kings, meaning rulers. 10 powerful people, 10 groups, which have received no kingdom as yet, because they're not kings, but receive power as kings, 1 hour with the beast. So they're not kings out there, but they receive power. They're just as powerful as a king, out there, in the NATO. So what are they? In particular, they are called what? Prime ministers. You have prime ministers out there, but they're strong because they have power like a king. All right, but when they sit with the beast, when they have their meetings, NATO, the EU, and America, they're powerful, because that's why a lot of these small countries like Ukraine and all that, they want to join NATO, because they want to be part of that beast. Because if you mess with one of them, they all roll. And imagine that you have because imagine how strong America is. Then you have NATO and EU, See that? So that's a beast system. It's like a strong team. It's a strong group. See? All right. So that they're prime ministers. So that's why we're talking about NATO, because they're not kings out there, You have prime ministers, but they're have strength like a king. Revelation chapter 17, verse 13. These, it's very important. Pay attention. These have one mind. Okay, so now we told you who they are. Okay, remember they said, well, they have one agenda. Well, how do you know that? Well, explain to me. How do you know that? Right here. We'll get that breakdown for you right here. Revelation chapter 17, verse 13. They got one mind, one goal, one agenda. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. That's the NWO, because they all have one goal. Okay, it's all about the NWO, and making that digital ID mandatory. Facts. These, verse 14. Check this out. This is how we know that they're trying to make war against the Lord. Okay, you say, oh, that's silly. They're not against the Lord. Oh, yes, they are. Okay, I'm talking about the leaders. Remember, not just people who just live there. Okay, just the rulers that that are really pulling the strings, pulling the levers, pushing the buttons. Revelation chapter 17, verse 14. These, who we talked about, shall make war with the Lamb. Okay, who the world stubbornly calls Yahushai. This is why they have lasers out there. Okay, they're Space Force. All right, and it's so major that they're not even talking about it. They're not even talking about, oh, the Lord's coming in a spaceship. We gotta prepare for war. They're not even talking about it. See that? That's how secret it is. But the Lord's coming back, very soon, in the middle of World War III. And you don't even hear them saying, well, the Lord, you know what, we've been lying to you guys. The Lord's actually coming back in a spaceship, and we're preparing to fight him, because we're really anti-Lord, Although they say that they're a Christian nation, that they're a God-fearing country. No, they're rolling with Satan. See, they hate the Lord, but they're not telling you that, because they're deceivers. Although they raise their hand on the Bible and all that, a straight line to the world right there, because they're professional liars. You say, oh, they won't go that far. They go that far. But those of you that roll your eyes say, oh, no, it's not true. Well, you're just going to find out the hard way. You may persecute us, take us out. It don't matter. You guys are in danger, because these devils are coming for you. We're nothing. We're just messengers. But, facts are facts. They're coming, and they're coming to make war, with the majority of people, because you're not part of their club and the NWO, and they're going to make war against the Lord, but they're going to lose miserably. They got toys, robots to fight the Lord. The gods and the angels, they're going to get a total beatdown. The Lamb, Yahushai, shall overcome them. See that? The Lord is going to run right through them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called chosen and faithful. And that's the elect. It's all about the elect. Absolutely. See that? Because you're chosen. You were chosen from the Lord and faithful because you can't, go to the store and say, hey, you know what? Can I buy some faith? No, that was given to you from up on high. Revelation chapter 17, verse 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth. Okay, so explaining like who that woman is again, just to kind of reassure you that it's not just a woman, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Okay, because they have bases. America has bases, and embassies all over. Peoples, multitudes and nations and tongues, and different continents, different countries. Verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Okay, so here we go. This is now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Okay. Oh yeah, So right here, okay, this is how we know that NATO, not all NATO, but a lot of them are gonna turn against America, and they're gonna fire their missiles over here. See, and we don't really know how, but something that America is doing, whatever, they're pissing off. Excuse my Italian, they're pissing off their NATO allies and European allies. Because sometimes when they do like the so like that word sanctions, when they do sanctions and some moves that they're making to certain countries, they're affecting like Germany and these other European countries, and these European countries are saying, well, we're getting affected, but you're not. So these right now you're already starting to see the buildup, because these NATO and European allies of America that's part of the beast system are starting to hate America. They're starting to turn little by little. So this is what I was talking about right here. Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns, okay, the EU and NATO, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, because they're something that America is gonna do, that they're gonna say, you know what, I'm done. I'm done with them. That's it. And shall make her desolate and naked. How desolate? By those ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, because they go from one continent to the other. It's plain. And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. How? Nuclear fire. Verse 17. For the Most High Yahweh hath put it in their hearts, their mind, to fulfill His will, because the Lord, this is the Lord's doing. To show you it's not up to these Edomites, these Europeans, okay, these Moabites, the so-called Chinese, the Iranians. This is up to the Lord, because the Lord is programming them. Okay, the Lord is gearing up this war. Our Lord is making them hate America. See, because it's to fulfill His will. See, because the Lord hath put it in their hearts, meaning their minds, because the heart right there means love. That's your mind, because your heart is just a muscle that pumps blood. Okay, to fulfill His will. See, because the angels are constantly, getting them ready. That's why these leaders are constantly testing their hypersonic missiles and all that. Russia got a new missile out now. Because that's the Lord. It's getting prepared. What? Having these nations prepare these missiles, because those missiles are a great part of judgment. They're gonna go not only to America, not only Israel, but different parts of the earth, of His earth, where He wants them to be hit, and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High Yahweh should be fulfilled. See that? Because all these words that the Lord's saying, they're gonna be fulfilled. It's gonna happen. The prophecies are undefeated, because the Bible reigns supreme. The battles of the Lord. Revelation chapter 17, verse 18. Why? Because the Lord created the earth. The Lord created everything. He's our creators. The Lord, He's the director. It's His movie. It's His program. So we're just actors in here. So we're the clay. He's the potter. See that? So he made us to be who we are. Everybody's in their lot, whether you're a scoffer, a believer, wherever you are, you know, the Lord, that's what the Lord created you to be, you know? So go all the way, huh? Revelation chapter 17, verse 18. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city. To show you again who that woman is that great city. So a great nation, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. So who reigns over the kings of the earth? Okay, who goes everywhere and tells people what to do, what not to do? That's America. Just to let you know again that that woman is talking about America. You know, there's no assuming, there's no guessing. Like, well, I don't. It kind of sounds like America, but you know, let's just go with America because it sounds good. No, it's talking about America. All right, this is what the Lord had John the Revelator write down. All right, Revelation chapter 17, verse 18. So that is the last scripture of Revelation chapter 17. You know, Lord willing, you guys are edified. So that is the beast system. Okay, and this is how these Edomites rolled back into power. You know, and how the Edomites are still here today. Facts. All right, and those three groups, you know, teams, NATO, the EU, and America are the main ones pushing for, you know, the NWO. Okay, so now you can kind of, you know, you see, you can know how, you know, just you know who's doing things, you know, who's doing things. Okay, how they are brought to, how they kind of came about. All right, so you get just a little better understanding of what's going on. You know why the Lord is gonna destroy, you know, certain places. You know, because it's for judgment. You know, and yeah, that goes out for. Remember, those of you who are in the military, be not frightened. If you believe in the Lord, you're His children. Okay, if you're His children, you're His children, and if you're part of His elect, you're going up. It doesn't matter. Remember, if you're in the military, you know, police officer, you know, firefighter. You know, you work at a warehouse, construction worker. You know, you drive a truck, a semi. You know, you work in the kitchen. Don't matter. Okay, if you are His children and you're part of His elect, you're gonna be all right. You know, He's gonna help you. Facts. Okay, and that goes to those of you too who have to be drafted, because a lot of you will be called. You know, men and women, you Americans, very soon. If you have to go out there, you know, I know you may be a little nervous, but if you are with the Lord, if the Lord is with you, you know, He will save you. He will help you, even if you have to go overseas. You know, so fear not, little flock. See, because yeah, it don't matter if you go overseas. You know, that's just something that the Spirit, you know, has me, you know, to just tell you guys, because that draft, you know, that's something that I haven't really heard like too much right now being, you know, prophesied about, because people's names will be called, and you know, just don't be alarmed, you know, or too much, you know. Of course, it's, you know, especially if you don't want to go, you know, you're gonna be a little nervous. You know, it's natural, but you know, just know, just you know, coming from the Lord, that you're gonna be all right. You know, even if you go out there, the Lord will save you. The Lord will help you. You know, facts. He will help you because you're His children. You know, it doesn't matter your position, your career. You know, if you're His children, you're part of His elect. You're gonna be all right. Facts. He will protect you. You know, doesn't matter where you're at on the planet Earth. You know, no weapon, nobody can keep you from the Lord. You know, they can't hide you, huh? Because you're His children. So on your feet, soldier. Stay strong, and you know, pray. You know, pray is very important. Shalom.